Croeso pawb to the extended play and games under £20 PSN sale. This is a really good sale for a change. It's really nice to see a good sale where there's actually a lot of good deals around. It's about time they did a good one. Anyway, as usual, I've gone through and I found some really cool games that are on huge discounts, so you can save a ton of money as well. So if you like the sound of that, then why not subscribe, and then you'll never miss a good deal again. You're welcome here anytime. Anyway, this sale ends on the 11th of October, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Let's look at the games. First up, we have a Fisherman's Tail Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the low price of £1.59, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and that's a great deal for such a cool little VR game. And this edition even includes the soundtrack and a PS4 theme as well, so you're getting some cool little extras, which is really great at this price. This is a VR puzzle game with move controller required, so if you don't have them you can't play it. In this 2019 VR Game of the Year winner, you play as a tiny fisherman puppet that receives a storm warning and now must make it to the top of the lighthouse by solving inventive mind-blowing puzzles and turn on the light to save the day. It looks like a really cool mind-bending puzzle game, and these things are always way better in VR. So if you've got a PSVR headset and you're a fan of puzzles, you'll probably really enjoy this, and it's won so many awards that you should at least look at it if you're interested. Up next is My Star by Arizona Sunshine Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the crazy low price of £3.69, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it for such a well-made AAA VR game, as this edition includes 2 DLC expansions, the soundtrack, a theme, and a content pack for the After the Fall game as well. So if you own that, you're even getting stuff for another game, which is great. This VR first-person shooter includes move controller support and aim controller support as well, which is amazing. It doesn't just support it, it has a whole mode dedicated just for it. So you can play the whole story with a special mode just for the aim controller, which is amazing. If you own an aim controller, you should definitely take a look at this game. This game is set during a zombie apocalypse, where you finally hear other survivors over your radio, and now you must fight your way through the hordes of zombies to find your salvation. It features co-op and 4-player online multiplayer as well. So if you've got a friend with a PSVR 1, you can play the whole story together, which is amazing. VR doesn't have a lot of AAA games with experiences like this, and this is a shining example of what they can do with VR. Playing through a zombie apocalypse in VR with your friend online, that's gotta be amazing. I wish I knew someone that had this game and a PSVR 1, because that'd be really cool. And don't forget, the sequel's been announced for PSVR 2, so if you're planning on picking that up and you haven't played this one, that's another reason to check this out. It's a really good AAA first-person shooter for VR, and it's got a ton of modes, with the normal mode supporting move controllers for really cool playing moments, with different handguns and pistols and revolvers, and then you've even got the aim mode as well, where it swaps all the guns out for rifles. If you like zombies, if you like VR, if you like VR first-person shooters, if you like AAA VR games, there's not a huge amount of them, this is one of them. If you like any of what I've said, definitely check this out. Like I said, it's my star buy, it's at a crazy low price, this is a really good deal. Definitely take a look at it, even if you're not sure. And hey, if you've never played a VR first-person shooter before, this is one of the best ones on PSVR 1, and it's at a really good price, with a ton of extra content included. 2 full story expansions, and some other stuff as well. Especially if you've got an aim controller, you're definitely going to have a lot of cool things to play with here. So definitely check it out, it's well worth your time and money, why not take a chance? We have a first-person open-world survival game next, Dying Light Definitive Edition. It was released in 2017, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £8.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for a AAA game, as this edition includes all of the content of 4 DLCs and 22 bundles, plus improved visuals and view distance for the PS5. So if you've got a PS5, you're going to get a better experience with this game, which is really cool. In this game, you get to roam a city devastated by a mysterious epidemic by running and climbing through the city, scavenging supplies, crafting weapons, and fighting hordes of flesh-hungry zombies. You'll soon learn to fear the night as the zombie's strength grows and the nocturnal threats emerge, making it really dangerous and scary, so you want to stay indoors at night if possible. This game was pretty popular when it came out, and it's been popular since as well, especially as you can play this with up to 3 friends online, so if you're looking for a game to play with your mates, this is a good choice for that as well. Either way, if you like first-person open-world survival games, definitely take a look at this, especially if you like zombies, or you're looking for a game to play with your friends. It'll definitely be worth your time in that case, so why not take a look at it? You might just really enjoy it. And hey, if you've never played a first-person open-world survival game before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. It's a good one, but the price isn't that low at the moment. You can pick up other ones cheaper than this, so you'll probably want to start with one of them instead. So why not subscribe, and then you won't miss them when they go on sale next. We have an anime game next, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows Deluxe Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's 3 years old, and it's on an 86% discount for the price of £8.39, which is really great, as this edition includes £16 worth of DLC, including the season pass of 4 additional characters, and some extra outfits and skins as well, which is pretty good. In this fighter, you get to play as your favourite hero, or create your own including your powers and abilities, which makes it really customizable and pretty different and unique. It features a dynamic 3v3 fighting system with events as seen in the anime, and it also has local and online 2-player multiplayer as well. So if you're a big fan of One Punch Man and fighters, you should definitely take a look at this. You'll probably really enjoy it. And hey, if you've never played a fighter before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. You can pick up much bigger AAA ones much cheaper than this, even some legendary ones as well. So you should definitely take a look around, or subscribe, and I'll let you know when they're on sale next, so you won't miss out. Our next game is Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. It was released in 2019, so it's 4 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £8.74, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good price for a game of this quality, as this edition includes all 7 DLC challenge tombs to explore and solve, and a load of weapons and cosmetics as well, so you're getting the complete version of the game, with a lot of extra content included, which is great. In this third-person adventure game, you get to experience the defining moment of Lara's life as she masters deadly jungles, overcomes terrifying tombs, and struggles through her darkest hour to save the world from a Mayan apocalypse and finally become the Tomb Raider. I know these reboots have mixed opinions with some people, but I've completed the first one, and I really enjoyed it, and I like this series. It may not be as good as Uncharted, but they're really good, especially compared to the middle reboots in the past. These are much better, and they're fun games to play. So if you like Uncharted or third-person adventure games, you should definitely check this out. And the other 2 are always on sale as well, so if you want to play all of them, take a look around because they're usually pretty cheap as well. And hey, if you've never played a third-person adventure game before, this is a really good one, but it's a little expensive. You can pick up other ones cheaper, and other franchises as well, that some consider better than this, so you're probably better off starting with one of them instead. But don't worry, I'll let you know when they're on sale next. And if you are interested in the old ones, the second one's on sale for $4.99 at the moment, which is the lowest it's ever been. So if you're interested in that, take a look at that as well. Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 Complete Edition is our next game. It was released in 2022, so it's only a year old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £12.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal, as this edition includes a huge game expansion, plus 11 DLC packs as well, including weapons and skins. So you're getting the complete version of the game, with all of the content included, which is what you want really. In this first-person shooter, you play as Raven, a contract sniper who embarks on a series of missions in the lawless Middle East to topple an insidious criminal syndicate. It features extreme sniping at over 1,000 meters and a wide range of weapons and extensive maps to explore. The early versions of these games were pretty mixed. A lot of people didn't like them, and they weren't that well received. But as the series has gone on, it's really matured, and the more modern games like this one are really well thought of, and they get a lot of good reviews and praise. So if you're looking for a modern sniper game, this is the newest one, and it's a really good one as well. So if you're interested, definitely take a look at it. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with it. And hey, if you've never played a sniper game before, then I wouldn't recommend starting with this one. You can pick up other games in this franchise cheaper, and games from other franchises much cheaper as well, so you're much better off starting with one of them instead. So I'll keep an eye out, and I'll let you know when they're on sale next. Up next is Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts and Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 Unlimited Edition. This game was released in 2020, so it's 3 years old, but the games are older than that really, and they're on an 85% discount for the price of £7.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal, especially for 2 full games, as this edition includes Sniper Warrior Contracts, with some extra weapons and cosmetics DLC, as well as the Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 with the whole season pass, including 2 single-player DLCs, and extra vehicle and weapons as well, which is really cool. These are both first-person shooters, and in the first one you get to play as the ultimate assassin in a realistic modern warfare sniping experience, with an immersive campaign with large open-ended maps that reward tactical thinking, stealth, and precision execution. while Warrior 3 follows an American sniper dropped behind enemy lines near the Russian border, and here you must accomplish your mission while surviving in large open world maps with a dynamic day and night cycle and weather system as well. Now the third game has mixed reviews, some people like it, some people don't, so that's a bit of a mixed bag, but Contracts has amazing reviews and everybody seems to love it. So if you like sniping games, you're getting a really good one, and one that's pretty good as well. So if you like the sound of that, why not pick them both up and have a great time. And hey, if you've never played a sniper game before, then I wouldn't recommend starting with this bundle, as there's really good value, but you might not want two games for a genre you haven't played before. You're much better off picking one of the other cheaper games, or a different franchise instead, so why not subscribe, and then you'll know when they're on sale next. Next up, we have the BioWare Bundle. It was released in 2018, so it's 5 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £9.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it for non-PS Plus members, and a really great deal for two really amazing games, as this bundle includes Mass Effect Andromeda Deluxe Recruit Edition and Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition, with all 3 expansions, and all deluxe content as well, so you're getting the best version of an amazing game, and Andromeda as well, with the deluxe content included, which is really great, as this bundle is often cheaper than buying one of the games on its own, so you're not only getting it cheaper, you're getting another game for free as well, which is a really good bundle. Always check this bundle if you want one of these games. These games are both RPGs, and in Andromeda you play as the Pathfinder, leading a ship on a 634-year journey to the unexplored Andromeda galaxy, looking for a new home for humanity while dealing with hostile aliens and a mysterious synthetic intelligence. While in Inquisition, you get to create your own unique character and become the Inquisitor, the leader who must rally people to fight the demons spilling forth from the breach, which is threatening the world of Thedas. Now Andromeda had really bad reviews when it first came out because it was a bug-ridden mess. But hey, underneath that was a really good game, and it's been years since then, so they've fixed most of the major bugs, and it's really playable now. It's a really decent game, now that it's been fixed. So if you've got the Mass Effect trilogy, or you've played them in the past, you might want to pick this one up to finish out the story, and just learn a bit more about the world. Whereas Inquisition is a really good RPG. It's one of the best games that came out in its time period, and I loved it. I completed it, and I had a great time with it. It's not as good as Origins, but hey, a lot of RPGs aren't, so that's not a big deal really. Either way, if you like BioWare or you like RPGs, definitely check out this bundle. There's 2 really good games at a really good price as well, especially if you're looking for one of the games. Always check if this is on sale, as you get the extra game for free, and it's a really good deal usually. And hey, if you've never played an RPG before, then I wouldn't recommend starting with this bundle. Not only is it a lot of game if you don't end up liking them, but on top of that, it's the 3rd game in a trilogy, and the 4th game in a quadrilogy, so it's not exactly the best place to start really. Although Andromeda's more of a sidestep in the series, it still doesn't make sense to pick up this much RPG if you're not sure. You're much better off starting with a self-contained RPG, or one of the other series where the games are cheaper, and they're even much more legendary as well. Either way, you've got plenty of choices in this genre. If you subscribe to the channel, there's always RPGs on sale, so there'll be tons for you to choose from, and you'll love the genre, I promise, when you've started with one of them, that is. We have a Souls-like game next, The Surge 2 Premium Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £8.74, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for a game of this quality, as this edition has the Season Pass DLC, worth £12 including the Kraken expansion, so again the best version of the game, with a lot of extra content included as well, which is really good. In this game you get to explore the devastated city of Jericho, while fighting numerous ferocious threats in unforgiving combat. This sci-fi Souls-like game features a dynamic limb targeting system, and many ways to improve and customize your exoskeleton, making you a much more capable fighter. So if you're a fan of Souls-like games, and you like sci-fi games as well, you should definitely check this out. The Souls-like genre is very popular now, but this might be the only sci-fi version of the genre. So if you like the sound of that, you should definitely check this series out. Both of the games are often on sale, and they're really good deals for really good games. Definitely check it out. And hey, if you've never played a Souls-like game before, then I wouldn't recommend starting with this one. It's a sequel, and you can get other ones cheaper as well, so you're much better off starting with them instead. So why not subscribe, and then when they're on sale next, I'll let you know. And at the moment, the augmented edition of the first game is on sale for $4.99, so if you're looking for the first one, or both of them, then check that one out as well. The Try Trilogy is our next game. It was released in 2016, so it's 7 years old, although the games are older than that really, and they're on a 75% discount for the price of £6.24, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great price for 3 full games, as this trilogy includes the best and complete versions of the first 3 Trine games, which are all co-op puzzle platformers, where you get to control a knight, a wizard, and a thief, combining your unique skill sets to solve the puzzles and overcome obstacles as you fight to save the kingdom. All of the games are 3-player local and online co-op, and they really are designed to be played with mates, so if you don't have anyone to play this with, I wouldn't recommend picking it up. But hey, if you've got a couple of mates, and you're looking for a game to play together, why not pick up 3 instead? At this price, you get a ton of content for that. Now the third game is mostly negative. A lot of people don't like it, as they pivoted into more of a 3D gameplay, and it was largely unsuccessful. But hey, you're getting 2 really good games, and another game as well, so it's still good value. If you're interested, and you're looking for a game to play with some mates, definitely take a look at this. It'll be really fun for you. And hey, if you've never played a co-op puzzle platformer, this is a great place to start. The only problem is you're getting 3 games, so if you don't like them, you got a lot of games for your money which you're not going to play. But hey, it's a really good deal, and they're really good games. So like I said, if you've been interested in this genre, definitely take a look at it. It's a great place to start, and you get a lot of content for your money, so why not take a look? And the final game I have for you is WRC 10 Deluxe Edition PS4 and PS5. It was released in 2021, so it's only 2 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £8.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really good deal, as this edition includes the Arena Panzerplatte Super Special Stage, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 5, and an additional historical event and career starter pack as well, so again the best version of the game, with a good bit of extra content included as well, which is really good. This rally game includes the new 2021 rallies of Estonia, Croatia, Belgium and Spain, 6 historical rallies, 120 special stages, 52 official teams, and 20 legendary cars as well. It features 2-player local multiplayer and 8-player online multiplayer as well, so you're getting a pretty new version of WRC with a ton of content and some really nice modes as well. If you're a fan of WRC, then you should definitely take a look at this, especially as it's a newer version on a really good sale with some extra content included as well. It's a great deal if you're a fan of these games. And hey, if you've never played a WRC game before, then I wouldn't recommend starting with this one, because if you get the older ones, you can get them way cheaper than this, and if you're not a fan of WRC, then you're not going to mind having some of the older content instead. So if you like the sound of that instead, then take a look around this sale, or subscribe, and I'll help you find a cheaper one in another sale instead. And that's all the games I've got for the extended play and games of the £20 PSN sales. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones or did I pick bad ones? And what about the star buy? Did it deserve it, or should some other game have got it instead? Leave all your complaints down in the comments and we can talk about it later. Anyway, I hope you guys found some games you're interested in, but more importantly I hope you saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Au revoir.